In this video, I'm answering your questions, so let's get into it. So let's jump straight into the first question. What is your advice for people that wants to start a YouTube channel as well as editing, especially a game channel? I recommended your channel to a friend, but he's having some trouble when it comes to editing. So when it comes to YouTube, you just want to try and upload as many videos as you can. Try and maintain a regular schedule. So let's say 1 video a week, 2 videos a week, whatever you can keep up with, go for that. And you want to try and keep it on something niche. So rather than uploading everything, so doing vlogs, cooking videos, makeup videos, you want to focus on one specific thing because that way your audience knows what they're going to get from your channel. But most importantly, just have fun on YouTube. If you're not enjoying making videos and uploading videos, then this isn't for you. But don't worry, go and find something else that you like and that's totally fine. But if you do enjoy it, then that's great. And then when it comes to editing, you just want to practice as much as you physically can. Practice, practice, practice makes perfect. I've been editing for around 10 years now, I'd say, and I'm still learning new things almost every single day. So just keep practicing, keep watching tutorials, keep researching as much as you can, and I promise you it's going to get easier and easier over time. Thank you for your question. Next question. Please tell me how and when did you start your journey of editing and being a content creator? Well, I started uploading to YouTube and started doing these videos in January 2018, but I was making videos long before then. I started making videos when I was around 8 years old. I went to school, college, university. I've done it on the side of college and university as well. I've practiced. It's become my career. I make music videos and all other things, but filmmaking and editing has been part of my life for pretty much most of my life, but I didn't actually start YouTube until 2018. Next question. Hey Chris, I hope I'm not too late. You're not, don't worry. Just want to know your thoughts on camcorders, that versus DSLRs/mirrorless cameras. Now, when you say camcorders, if you're referring to your typical handheld flip out screen sort of camcorder, then I personally would say DSLRs are much better than camcorders, but camcorders do have their advantages. Camcorders are really awesome because unlike DSLRs, they don't really have a filming limit other than the memory that you put into the camera. When you're shooting videos on a DSLR, they have a cutoff when you're filming in videos. So on the lower end Canon cameras, I know that's around the 12-minute mark. So after 12 minutes of video, it cuts out and you have to start a new clip. And when you're filming on a Canon 5D, one of the higher end DSLRs, it cuts off at around half an hour. So obviously if you're filming an event or if you're filming a show and you don't want the video to cut out, then I would recommend going for a camcorder. But the problem is the footage from camcorders isn't anywhere near as cinematic as you can get from a digital SLR. The reason why digital SLRs are so great is because you can take off the lenses and you can change the lenses to get a specific look. DSLRs are really awesome as well because you can get some really great looking bokeh in the background of your videos. And you just can't recreate that with camcorders because the footage from camcorders looks very flat and it looks like something you'd see from a home movie. Of course though, with the automatic cutoff not being an issue for camcorders, this does still have its place in the video industry. So camcorders versus DSLRs, I would pretty much go for DSLRs most of the time, but camcorders, yes, they still have their place. How have you been during lockdown? Done anything interesting? Well, the first few weeks of the lockdown were completely wiped out for me. I feel like I caught the virus. Now, I didn't have a test to prove that I actually had the virus because they weren't available in England at that current moment in time. But I feel like I did, but it wiped me out for 3 weeks. So the first 3 to 4 weeks, I just spent in bed, just not really doing much. Of course, though, this lockdown has gone on for quite some time now. So as soon as I recovered from the virus, I started working on my online content. So I started planning and shooting these YouTube videos. I completely refreshed my website and added all of these tutorials and wrote articles about these tutorials all on my website, brookerfilms.com, if you're interested. And then I've also done a bunch of editing work for clients. So I've had a few people come in asking me to edit their homemade music videos, and that's been keeping me busy. Next question comes from Thomas Nick, and this is, I invested my money into the A7 III with the kit lens. Should I swap to an APS-C? What do you think about it? Well, the A7 Mark III is a great camera, so if you've just invested your money into the A7 III, then I wouldn't bother about switching cameras yet. The only real difference between an A7 III and an APS-C camera is your APS-C camera will be a little bit smaller due to the smaller sensor. but the A7 III is a great camera, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Next question, and there's 2 questions from this person. First question, I've rated percentage-wise the importance of these aspects of editing. 40% organization, 30% watching the program or export over and over for refinement, 20% troubleshooting, and 10% actual cutting. What aspects of editing do you find important and how do you rate them? To be honest, I would agree with you mostly on this. I would have to say organization is important, although I am quite a messy editor, so I don't spend a lot of time organizing, but organization is important. But I would probably say 20% organization. I'd probably say 30% watching the program or export, so we're up to 50%. I'd say there's more troubleshooting involved. There's typically a lot of problems that you need to resolve when it comes to editing. So I'd say 40% is troubleshooting and then 10% would be actual cutting. That's 100, right? That's a really awesome question, really unique. So thank you for that. And your second question is, we are a channel that is small and planning to grow and have goals as creators. That's awesome. What are your current goals for your YouTube channel's growth? Well, essentially, I just want to keep creating videos that are helping you and helping creators like yourself. I know my editing videos are the most popular videos on this channel, but I also want to invest my time into other tutorial videos. So some business advice, some freelance advice, some general freelance filmmaking advice, just give loads of different advice to help you as a content creator. With all of that in mind though, I'd like to believe that by the end of this year, the channel will be at 40,000 subscribers with at least 5 million total views. That's the number that I feel like this channel might be able to reach by the end of this year. But as long as people are watching and as long as this content is helping creators like yourself, then it doesn't really matter so much about the specific numbers. Next question, please tell me all shortcuts in Premiere Pro. Of course, there is a video that I made about shortcuts in Premiere Pro. It's up here in the cards or up here. I forget which way I need to point now, but it's up here somewhere. Next question, how to edit like Zach King, how to edit like him. First of all, Zach King is an absolute magician when it comes to editing. His editing style is so creative and it is so seamless, and it really makes you scratch your head and figure out how he's able to do these effects. Now, I did do a tutorial on the basic clove change effect that Zach King does quite frequently, and you can find that in the card above. But I promise I will try and make some videos for you very soon explaining some of his more advanced effects. The next question comes from SL Tech Hacker. That is, please show your studio. I'd like to see that. Your production quality is super. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Although the honest truth is I don't really have a studio. I don't have a designated office space for filming. I just shoot in my apartment. I turn my living room into a studio. But I'll show you what I'm working with anyway. So right up here, just outside of the frame, if I show you, we've got this massive softbox here. Now this is my main fill light, and I'm basically using this to add this light onto the side of my face. And this light up here is the Godex SL60W light with a softbox on the top of the light. Now just in front of me, I've got this microphone here, and this is a Rode NTG2 shotgun microphone. And I have a dead cat on top of the microphone. And the reason why I have a dead cat on top of the microphone is to stop my breath distorting the microphone. Now moving on, I shoot everything on the Sony FS7. I've got this monitor here, which I use to monitor myself. I've got the Canon 24-105, Sony FS7, and the Manfrotto tripod. Now, I have these windows here, and the light really does stream through these windows. So I've pulled the blinds across and I've put this screen and this sleeping bag here to try and stop the light coming in. Now the reason why I've blocked off these windows is to try and get rid of all that natural sunlight coming into the room. If I completely black out the space, then I can light the scene however I like, and I've got full control over all the settings. Now this is the light that is lighting the background. It is a Godox SL60W with a purple color gel, which is basically turning this back wall purple. Now I've got these two lights here. So I've got this light here, and I've got this light here. And these are the Yongnuo YN360 lights. And then I've got this lamp in the background. And there you go. I know this isn't the biggest setup in the world. I know other YouTube creators have fancier, more advanced designated setups, but this works for me for now for the time being. And it basically means that I can turn my living room into a film studio and then back again within a case of a few hours. So that is my studio, and this is where I film all of my YouTube videos. And there you go. That is all the questions for today's video. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sending in your questions. I really do appreciate it. And if you want to see another Q&A like this in the future, then please do let me know in that comment section below. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support once again, and I will see you in the next video. See you there.